Yeah,
later on.
I remember that. Shiv Shankar Menon said exactly this, that we have a technical agreement, now it requires political will. And the political will from the Chinese didn't come, and we have reason to suspect, Ambassador Muni, that it will never come. They have a policy that they don't want to settle the border dispute because they are convinced that they will set it when they are in insurmountable supremacy, where you will not be able to fight back even if you want to. They might be mistaken on that. But quickly, sir, I'm going to pause you for a second. I just want to absorb a bit of news coming in, then I'm coming straight back to you, because there are other meetings, and that's the tightrope in Tianjin, because Pakistan Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif is there. He has met with, guess who? Erdogan of Turkey, and they have now put out a statement that they've reviewed the growing momentum in Pakistan-Turkey ties and affirmed their shared commitment to standing united for Palestine and to working together for peace and stability in the region. Meanwhile, more developments coming in, that this has come out from the Indian side, where PM Modi has now posted on social media on his interaction with the Prime Minister of Armenia, Nikol Pashinyan, on the sidelines of the SCO. He states, and I quote, that India and Armenia share warm and growing ties which are rooted in friendship and mutual cooperation. It's not just that, okay, because what you're going to be seeing on your screens has just happened a short while ago while we were having this conversation and listening to the press briefing. PM Modi has also met with Nepalese Prime Minister KP Oli in Tianjin, and the statement that has been put out is, of course, it's a diplomatic statement that India's relationship with Nepal are deep-rooted, very special. But remember, KP Oli has also met with Xi Jinping, and the Chinese are building rail rings. They are building roadways, highways in from Tibet down Lhasa into Nepal. None of this is potentially in India's interest unless you buy in on being a Chinese sphere of influence state, which of course we are not going to. We are not buying into the BRI. So there are a lot of complexities. With that, let me go back to Ambassador Muni. Ambassador Muni, obviously it's complex. I would not trust the Chinese on the LAC with my life. And you're absolutely right that they have no impetus that has ever been shown, in at least in my lifetime, to settle the border issue. But in the stability that there currently is and has been for the past 1 year, can that help us put it aside for the short term?
No, we must have a stable and normal relationship with them. This is not denying the fact. But on the border issue, as you see, there are problems. There is a big problem of Tibet. Unless look at it from the Chinese point of view. How would they like a government of something which they don't like even in Tibet to be settled and protected in India? They have a big question. The question of succession is a big question. Now, we also have to respond to them. There is a big question of Pakistan. Now, they are saying that it's one China, Taiwan should be a part of it, Tibet is a part of it. Have we asked them that there is one India, Kashmir is a part of it? We haven't had any assurance. In fact, the Chinese are sitting on the POK, on the Kashmir territory, which they took from Pakistan under an agreement of quite an old one.
Yeah, Shahstam, yes.
So this is what the problem. These are the hard problems on the ground, and unless you tackle them, as I said, that the road from competitor to the partner is not going to be very easy one.
Okay.
But it must have a stable and normal relationship.
Okay.
There is no denying.
Okay. All right. So in order to have a stable and normal relationship, the last thing you need is the Chinese, or whether they are rogue elements, and I don't think Xi Jinping can now qualify them as rogue elements. Those days of his fighting for control within China are over. So if you have blood being spilt on the border, you can't really have a normal conversation. The same is true with Pakistan. If you keep doing terrorism against Indian civilians, what normal conversation can you have? You can't have it. So do you seem to get the impression that while the special representatives who keep coming up with these technical maps, do you feel that there is some political will from the Chinese to say that, okay, we are not going to pull any stunts on the border, at least for the near future?
Well, this this whole question of I take you back to the Wang Yi's visit. The two words which have been used differently in Indian statement and the Chinese statement of delimitation and demarcation. Now, these are very specific and positive terms when it comes to settling the border. And if they are willing to put it on the border, even for one sector, which is Western sector, they are saying where they are willing to do it fast enough. That would be a positive step. That would ensure that we are on the way to settling the border. They would not settle the border and the Tibet issue is gone. They will not settle the border until they have the fear that India can join hands with the United States or any third country against them and compete with them in Southeast Asia and South Asia. They will not settle the border. So it's a linked up. But if stability is there, at least we can
Okay.
set
Yes.
aside our worries and concerns.
Yes. So the proof of the pudding is in